Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Napoleon, and today we are back with another Enlisted video, and today we're going to be talking about the latest weapons in Enlisted, of which there's going to be a lot of videos covering this topic, so without further ado, let's today get started with the first one. That is talking about the Jagdpanther G1. This is the free-to-play Jagdpanther in-game. You can buy it for free via the next update, and this is via the dev server, so it's going to be slightly different, and of course I'm not going to be using the dev server variant, because the dev server variant and the premium variant is pretty much the exact same thing. Hence, to make sense of this, or to be exact, to make this more playable in actual combat instead of against bots, I'm going to actually deploy the premium version. So if you see the Jagdpanther in game, this is just the premium version, so get that straight off the bat. And the only difference is the amount of shells that you have. The free-to-play version has APCR, so that's great. And without further ado, let's just get started with the history. The 8.8 PaK-43 anti-tank gun was mounted on a larger version of the 8.8 KWK-36. Two attempts were made to fit this gun into a Jagdpanther Ferdinand, and the second was on the Nash Horn. However, the Ferdinand was way too heavy, and the Nash Horn was way too small, so that's great. The Jagdpanther was then proposed in late 1942 as a tank destroyer mounting the 8.8 with the Panzer chassis. The tank destroyer was created with the SDKFC-173 and was designated to Hitler on October 1943. Production then started on January 1944 and became the Jagdpanther. To make this even better, Hitler then preferred the longer 8.8 PaK-43/3 on the Jagdpanther, so the gun has just been enlarged to larger. The production life lasted from 1944 to 1945 with a total of 405 vehicles made. There were two variants of this. This is the G1 and the G2. In game we have the G1, so that's great. The G1 variant has a bolted main gun and a modified Panzer Alf's armor. Engine deck around the G2 was simpler, although the bolt and mantlet of the modified Alf's G was an engine deck, so that's a little bit different. And the Jagdpanther was a rather good design as a tank destroyer, mainly because of the frontal plate, so that's a good thing. Also, it had a good power to weight ratios, and it also helped that during the war, no allied tank can penetrate the front armors. The Jagdpanther were designed to be as heavy tank destroyers on the eastern and western front, but it required a vehicle to house the commander of each battalion. Hence, the vehicle that you see here with the antenna and the radio operator is the one that we have in game. This is the command variant, so that's interesting. Each battalion was supposed to have 2 of these or 5 of these for armor recovery and whatnot, and for command and control, but it appears that if you can get a Jagdpanther, then we send a Jagdpanther to a front line, so that's great. Well, further ado, let's move on to these stats. This tank has a crew of 5, so that's great. 88mm gun has 39 rounds. To be exact, this has 15 APCBC rounds, 14 HE rounds, and 10 APCR rounds. It also has a 7.92 MG34 machine gun, but you cannot use it with the gunner, you have to use it with the commanders. This is pretty much the exact same thing with premium version, so that's good, and of course the only difference is the amount of shells you have. Speaking of the same thing, we also do have the exact same dimensions for hull and turret armor. The front is 50 side of 80, 40 of back, and 16 of top for the hull armor. This is actually pretty good. The turret armor is 16 on the front, 40 on the side, 5 on the back, and 25 on top. This is the exact same thing as the premium version once again. The engine power is 510 HP at 2500 RPM, and the weight is 46, meaning you are pretty fast for a tank of this size. And without further ado, let's move on to the verdict. The verdict is as simple as the premium version, and if you played or have the premium version, then this thing is going to be pretty simple. The Jagdpanther is a really good tank. As of right now, there are only a few tanks that can penetrate it, to be exact the IS-2 with the 122mm gun, so that's great. Everything else cannot penetrate it, so that's better. And to make it better, the only tank that from the Americans I think could penetrate this, and I think, is the Pershing or the Super Pershing, so that's that. And overall, this thing can take out any tank at range, on range, or whatnot. This thing is really, really good, and I highly suggest that everyone gets the thing. Is it as good as the Tiger II? And that is the main question everyone's gonna ask, and the answer is maybe not. Mainly because the Tiger II has the turret, this thing has to move the entire tank to use the turret, but this is still nothing to sneeze at. This thing is really, really good, and I highly suggest that you guys try it out or play around with it. So without further ado, this is the Jagdpanther G1. Highly suggest that you guys use it and deploy it on the battlefield, and I'll see you in the next one.